Jerome Avery, a guide to some of the most prolific para-Olympians, was asked what are some of his proud moments in light of all his accomplishments. And his answer was so profound and insightful. He said it was discovering his purpose, which was to be someone else's eyes. You see, Mr. Avery has worked with people like David Brown, who is one of the fastest blind sprinters of our time, as well as Gillette, a profound long jumper. And as Mr. Avery was thinking through what it meant to be accomplished, his answer was to be someone else's eyes. You see, Mr. Brown and Mr. Gillette are skilled. They have their strengths, they have their talents, they are Olympians. But the only thing that separates them from regular Olympians is the fact that they do not have sight. And so it requires a Mr. Avery to be tethered to them to help them get to the finish line. And it brought to my attention that even for us, there are areas in our lives, talented as we are, skilled as we are, that are blind. And we need a Mr. Avery to come alongside us, a Miss Avery to come alongside us to help us get to the finish line. It's not minimizing who we are, but it's complementing each other. And this type of relationship requires trust. It requires a connection. It requires humility. I think about Mr. Avery. He wanted to be an Olympian, but he never qualified. Instead, he became a guide to these para-Olympians. But you know what is so gratifying in this case is that when Mr. Brown was receiving his gold medal, or when Mr. Gillette was receiving his silver medal, you know who else got a medal? Mr. Avery. Because in the sports world, they realized that Mr. Avery did as much as Mr. Brown and Mr. Gillette. And so they wanted to recognize his accomplishments as well. He may not have received his own gold medal on his own merits, but he received a gold medal and a silver medal as a guide. We are here on this earth to be eyes to someone else, and someone else to also be our eyes. We are connected, we are tethered together. So my ask for us as we go about our day is to ask this simple question: whose eyes am I going to be for today? Who do I need to help to get to the finish line? What can I bring to their lives to help them realize their vision? But don't stop there. You also need to be humble enough to say you need a guide, because there's some areas in your life that you cannot see clearly, and someone else will come alongside you and help you get to your finish line. We are connected, we are tethered, we win together. So let's celebrate being someone else's guide and someone being a guide in our lives, because when we do, we succeed.